tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. It is Servette or the Napkin against Chelsea, and at the Guneva Stadio de Guneva, Switzerland. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Forgive me. So tomorrow we're taking on Servette on our second leg of the Europa League Conference League. The first leg, which we played them 2-0, and I'm very, very much hopeful that this is going to be what it was against Wolves. But before we get into the video, welcome back. This is Papinos Football, and if you are new around here, if you like the video, and if you watch the video and at the end of the video you find the value in it and you want to see more of me, I think you should subscribe to the channel. And coincidentally, we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I think if you join the movement. So let's get straight into the video. You know how we do it. I'll give you my initial thoughts on the matches, and I'll give you my preferred lineup, and I'll drop my scoreline prediction. Honestly, making the lineup for this match was very, very hard, but we'll get to that. Finally, I kind of find something figured out, because with the absence of players like Joao Felix, Pedro Neto, Romeo Lavia, there were rumors of Casado injury, but nothing has been said. Note, the coach hasn't done his press conference. His press conference will be late, so that's why I'm kind of ahead of schedule. But in training, we didn't see all these people. We didn't see Pedro. I don't think Pedro Neto traveled with them to Switzerland, so we'll be taking them. And the first match, people said we looked bad, and maybe true, because I didn't catch a lot of things that happened in the first half. I watched the second half, and I can tell you we look really, really solid. Players like I think nobody was exceptional in that match, to be truthful, but players that came in, I think our sub pretty much made the changes. Enzo Fernandez, Kopama, Mudryk, they all came in, and they were like players that made the changes that changed the game in the second half, even though Christopher Nkunku initially scored the penalty for us. I think this match will maybe I'm feeling too confident. Feeling too confident. 2 wins back to back from Enzo Maresca. Beautiful football, a lot of goals, 8 goals in 2 matches. So then initially, this is like signs. The signs were there from last season that our team was a very, very good creative team, a team that can create chances. Just that we lack a striker. I don't want to say it loud before Nicholas Jackson tells me to shut my mouth. You get me? So so no be me talking more. So let's get back. So no disrespect, I'm joking. No disrespect to Nicholas Jackson. He's a very good player, but we know he is not a good finisher, actually. But our side is a very good side. I'll create chances and score a lot of goals. We saw it against Wolf. We pretty much scored 2 goals. We're like, I think in this match, no pressure. We don't really need to win to qualify. You get me? We don't really need to win. A draw is enough. A draw is enough to win. There is no away goal. Even the away goal was to play a role in this. They didn't score one at home against us. So they have to beat us 3-0, which I think is not possible, because who would be on the goalpost for my in my starting 11? You should watch it out. I think that's an easy guess. Just guess. So you should tell me what you think about this match. But I think this is an easy win. This is going to be Enzo Maresca's 3 straight match win. I think this is a confidence building match. This is a match where we build our confidence, and our players build their confidence, and then we take it into the Premier League, win matches. Like I said, our side is looking very, very good, even though if the Victor Osimhen deal gets over the line, I don't know, there have been a lot of back and forth with the deal, a lot of multiple reports, and that's why I haven't made any video about it since today. If you are looking, I haven't made any video till I just want something concrete, something sure. But I think Chelsea are still negotiating for Osimhen. If we get a player like Osimhen, I think we are competing for the league. But we're not talking about the league, we're talking about the Conference League. So now I'll be giving you my starting 11. Honestly, this was a very hard 11 to make, because when it comes to our backline, are we going to repeat the same backline we repeat against in the on Sunday against the Wolves in this fixture. I pretty much doubt, because from what I can say, I think Enzo Maresca is a side he rotates, even though there were rumors that he doesn't rotate against Leicester City. I think he doesn't have the profile of players he has in Chelsea at Leicester City. So and we have seen him pretty much rotate almost every match. So he rotates squad, and given our injury record last season, I think that works better for us, for him to rotate the squad, so players will not be jaded and get injured. But making this lineup was very, very tough. So now I'll be showing you my first 11. Okay guys, this is my starting 11 for Chelsea versus Servette match, and this is it on screen. And we're starting with the goalpost. Flip Jorgensen. I don't know, but I think Flip Jorgensen is one of my favorite players in Chelsea. He's one of my favorite players. Like, I won't say favorite player, but like I've said, even though Sanchez has looked good, but he has pretty much conceded in every match he played. Conceded against Wolves, conceded against Man City. Flip Jorgensen, on the other hand, he looked shaky in his first match, which was in the preseason. In his first official match, his debut as a Chelsea player, he kept a clean sheet, and I think he's going to keep a clean sheet in this match. And another thing is that Enzo Maresca said he's going to be rotating the goalkeeping position. Flip Jorgensen takes the Europa League and the domestic cup, while Sanchez takes the league, which I think is very, very good. But like I said, Sanchez has a very, very big problem with Flip Jorgensen. Like, he has very big competition, not big problem, competition with Flip Jorgensen, because the way the things are going, I think Flip Jorgensen easily displaces Sanchez, in the pecking order. Few months down the line, I think so. Well, and my two centre back is Ben Badiashile and Tosin Adrabayo. Very, very solid centre back. Very, very solid centre back. And I'm still surprised he's not one of the starting players in Chelsea. Very, very surprised with the way our backline has been very, very shaky. We don't have players like Trevor Chalobah, and there are reports that players like Trevor Chalobah, Chelsea would like to keep Trevor Chalobah with the way he has handled things, and he has put himself in order with the whole things that has been done to him. Chelsea are considering, maybe if they get an offer for Axel Disasi, Chelsea might be likely to cash in on Axel Disasi. Chelsea wants to cash in, and genuinely, I've said this time in, time out, that I want Axel Disasi gone, but this is not a transfer video. So let's get to the backline. Ben Badiashile, on the other hand, that's a shaky motherfucker, and this is like his last chance. I think this should be his redemption. Ben Badiashile was a player that looked very, very good for Chelsea. When we signed him first, the first 6 months we signed him, it was very, very good. Chelsea fans were clamoring, put this man. But Ben Badiashile, let's say we had a player like he always had players like Silva playing with him. That kind of a more experienced player that kind of controls, that holds his hand. That doesn't mean he's a bad player. But when you see him pair with Axel Disasi, it's very disastrous. Again, our first match, people said, he didn't really look good in the first half. Like I said, I didn't really catch the glimpse of the first half. Second half, I think he wasn't that bad. Genuinely, I'm not the kind of guy that, I don't really sing much praises of Ben Badiashile. I don't really rate him. It's not that I don't want him to come good, but this is like 18 months, a year, and he's been shit. And I think it's time for him to move on, so we can have players like Trevor Chalobah back in the squad. So let's go with my and then my right back. We'll be going with the what we saw pretty much in the last match in Axel Disasi. So Axel Disasi played the match against Servette. I think if offers come in, he's a player that we are going to cash out straight in. So I don't mind. He can leave. I don't really care if he goes. I don't care if he doesn't start. I don't really care much about him. Genuinely. But Axel Disasi, truth be told, he was solid the last match. Looked very good. Didn't do a lot of mistakes. Kept it simple. Did his thing. Because pretty much what we played is a backline. Renato Vega was the one inverting, and then he was the one like sitting back with Tosin Adrabayo, and you can see Tosin Adrabayo looked very, very good in the center of that backline. He looked very, very good. And on the other side, is no secret. Renato Vega, he's a very, very good player. Like I said, I think he's somehow becoming he's becoming one of my favorite Chelsea players. Honestly, that guy you have this aura about him, and I know the word aura has been thrown around back and forth and shit, but like, there's this aura about him. Like, if you see the connection he builds with the match going fans at Stamford Bridge, he scores goals, those kind of things. I like him. He's a very, very solid player, very good player. Can play multiple positions: center back, left back, central midfielder, defensive midfielder, a proper swift knife player. And I think him is going to be the one inverting. We saw him against Servette. He was pretty much a good player. I think if not the amount we spend on Cucurella and how much he's taking, better much that he's on a very, very good form. Cucurella is one of our important players. I think Renato Vega easily displayed. It's not easily, but Renato Vega is a very, very good back option to have. Very good back option. Should be starting easily for any team, for most teams in the Premier League, minus likes of Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, minus them. You can start for pretty much every team in England, Man U and the rest. easily. And now we'll go to my central midfielder, and that's where the headache is. The central part of the pitch, the heart of the pitch, the pivot. And as you can see, my central part is not that solid, baby. And I have a lot of concerns about it. Having having Drewsby Hall and Enzo Fernandez as my two pivots. Now the problem is that none of them are really, really good defensively. That's going to, I think, will be very, very open without the ball with two of them. And that's my fear in this kind of setting. And I don't know the situation of the Casado injury, whether he starts or whether he doesn't start. But pretty much there's no Romeo Lavia. I would have thrown the Romeo Lavia there because they said his injury is not that hard, and I think Chelsea don't want to rush him back so he doesn't go back to injury. So he said it's a minor injury. Maybe he comes back against Crystal Palace on Saturday. But this is my two center, my pivot. I'm not really confident with them, but that's pretty much all we have, and that's pretty much all I can think of. Maybe Casidai, I don't know whether he was mentioned in squad, but he's training with the first team. Maybe Casidai comes in there and play. Maybe Casado is fit to play the match, first half, or maybe Cucurella starts in the wing and Renato Vega plays as the defensive midfielder alongside Drewsby Hall. Maybe. But this is like my predicted 11 on what Enzo Maresca will go. Fernandez is our captain. You get me? And that's why one of the reasons he's going to start. Maybe Fernandez or Casado starts this match. Definitely. Further up the pitch, the attacking midfielder, we have Christopher Nkunku. And that position is the position I think he looked very, very good. He looks very, very good in that deep role. He's a lot more creative there. And he's a very good goal scorer, has eye for goals. And I think the times I think that's pretty much his best wing in Chelsea in the team. I think that's pretty much his best wing in the team. So Renato, what am I even saying? Christopher Nkunku as the further up the pitch. And like I said, this is a lot of headache. We have Pedro Neto won't be around. I would have put him on the right wing, but on the right wing I have Noni Mudryk. We saw what he did against Servette. He's pretty much scored 4 goals in his last 2 matches, and he played full time against Wolves. And is it the right call for him to start this match? I don't know. Maybe he needs some rest. Maybe he doesn't need some. Maybe he starts and then maybe Joao Felix or Neto starts for us on Sunday. On Sunday or Saturday. I don't even know when we're playing Crystal Palace. Forgive me. But I would like Mudryk to start. Mudryk to start this match. He offers us a lot attacking wise. I would have put a Kupama there. And maybe Mudryk or Kupama between the two. And on the other side is Mudryk, which I think this is pretty much his last chance. Honestly, he needs to prove himself. And I think I like the way I think Enzo Maresca is kind of trying to held hand on him and tell him, you are my guy and I want you to perform. He has given him chance back to back. Started him against Servette, started him against Wolves, but he didn't perform well. He was let out, and I think he pretty much starts a game. And I think Mudryk might, maybe a lot of things have been said about him. Is like shit, that's this one. But I've seen him play at is it Shakhtar? Yeah, Shakhtar against Madrid. He was very, very good. They say he has indecision problem, blah blah blah. Bro, let's just see what happens when Mudryk starts there, and is a player I'm hoping he performs very, very well. And on the number 9, we have the open post man, the man that missed a clear chance in our last match against Servette. A very, very good player, one of my favorite young stars at Chelsea. We were starting there as our number 9. He was very, very good against Servette. Minus that open post, general performance, he was very, very good. And I think he should be given another chance. And he plays, and I'm predicting he scores a goal for Chelsea. And that's all. That's all my that's all. That's my starting 11. Tell me your thoughts on it. Tell me what you think, where you think changes should be made. Tell me. And we're talking about a scoreline prediction. My scoreline prediction, I pretty much predict another 2-0 win. Mudryk scores, Mudryk assists. Maybe I'm living a dream. Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I'm too confident. I'm becoming too cocky because we've been in a good run of form. 2 games back to back, win 8 goals. Then when last did we see Chelsea like that? I think it's Servette is a side we just take out easily. And I think come Saturday we are going to make it our 4th straight win under Enzo Maresca. Okay guys, that's all, and that's all for now. Tell me your thoughts, tell me your scoreline prediction in the comment section, and and I'll see you in the next one. Go be.